other people for whom there must be justice somewhere, and maybe that justice is coming. The criminal referral has been passed on to the DOJ. And I know people can make the jokes about the Bermuda Triangle over Tamara Leach's desk, and you can give them, never, it's the best expression ever. Never forget it. A zealot is someone who never changes the subject and refuses to change their mind. It is not very easy. It's very annoying, and it's also counterproductive. What about Epstein? What about Epstein? What about Epstein? When we're talking about Epstein, we'll talk about Epstein. When we're talking about this, you might be skeptical because of the way things have played out historically in government, and that is correct. But the response to DOJ receives Gabbard's criminal referral on bombshell claims Obama admin, quote, manufactured, end quote, Russian collusion hoax. Give Pam time to not do anything about this before you complain about her not doing anything about this. Now, past is prologue, and some people are going to say, it's just going to be another case of nothing happening to the rich, powerful, politically connected elite. You might be right, but give it time before you say it, because it's one thing to wish it in advance or will it in advance, and it's another thing to complain when enough time has gone by to say, hey, we got any updates on that referral? The breaking news of last week is that Tulsi Gabbard issued a memo that she referred to as a treasonous conspiracy by Obama and his administration to frame Trump with that bullshit Russia hoax crap. I'll pull up the memo in a second, but this is the article coming out of Fox News. DOJ receives Gabbard's criminal referral on bombshell claims Obama admin manufactured. Senator Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley will also declassify the appendix to a 2018 DOJ Inspector General report. Okay, that's good. So they're showing us they can declassify things, Epstein. They're showing us that at least some portions of the government are looking to bring justice to the criminals. DOJ brings the charges. This is, you can accuse me of kissing up to Bongino and Patel all you want and whatever. One of the major defenses that I, grew to appreciate that needs to be afforded to them is they don't make these prosecutorial decisions. It's the DOJ, whatever the regional AGs. Tulsi Gabbard doesn't press the charges. She gathers the evidence, brings it over to the DOJ and says, here, let's do your job now. And now it is in Pam Bondi's court. It's on her desk, and we'll see if it falls into the event horizon of that Bermuda Triangle on her desk. Department of Justice confirmed Monday that it has received DNI Tulsi Gabbard's criminal referral related to her bombshell claims that Obama-era manufactured and politicized intelligence to create a narrative that Russia was attempting to influence the 2016 presidential election. We talked about it at length last night during Viva and Barnes' Law for the People. They were trying to provoke a world war. Understand that. Let me just bring this out for a second, and we can emphasize the degree to which they are, Tulsi Gabbard's words, treasonous conspiracy. These people are monsters. These people are demons. And another good expression that I like is, I believe in God not because he has revealed himself, but because evil has revealed itself. They were prepared to go to war, and they wanted it. They were prepared to risk triggering World War III with a nuclear-armed Russia because this was all part and parcel of whatever was going on with Ukraine. They wanted that boogeyman. If it meant starting World War III, they were going to fabricate that boogeyman. And I'm not coming to the defense of Russia. What I'm saying is that in this circumstance, in this case, they made up a boogeyman on this particular issue. You can criticize Russia, Putin for a lot of things. One thing you can't accuse them for now, unless you just don't believe it, in which case you're a Democrat idiot to begin with, they were manufacturing a Russiagate hacking of the emails, interfering with the elections, undermining democracy, so that when Trump got elected, that was their insurance policy to undo, usurp, undermine, take a big steaming crap on democracy. When they lost the election, they sought to undermine Trump's presidency and hand tie him for the better part of his first term, which they did. DOJ declined to comment, but confirmed to Fox News the department received the referral. Gabbard released unclassified documents Friday that shows, quote, overwhelming evidence, end quote, that then President Barack Obama and his national security team laid the groundwork for what would be the years-long Trump-Russia collusion probe after Trump's election win, okay? Their goal was to usurp President Trump and subvert the will of the American people, Gabbard had posted on X on Friday regarding the criminal referral. Quote, no matter how powerful Every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The integrity of our democratic republic depends on it. We're turning over all the documents to the DOJ for referral. Conspiracy, important word, because it'll prolong the statute of limitations. We all know that as well. Gabbard joined Fox News. She detailed the overwhelming plot, yada, yada, yada. The implications of this are frankly nothing short of historic, Gabbard said Sunday. Over 100 documents that we released on Friday really detail and provide evidence of how this treasonous conspiracy, I don't use the word treasonous because some people regard it as a threat given what the punishment is for treason. Tulsi Gabbard is referring to this as a treasonous conspiracy, which I can understand. What's the definition, the technical definition of treasonous? Look up. See, you also don't see the fact that I see it as now treasonous, involving or guilty of the crime of betraying one's country. That is the semantic difference between accusing someone of treason and accusing someone of being treasonous. It was certainly, let me get back that, look up treasonous. It was certainly a crime of betraying one's country. What Obama did and what their administration tried to do, they spied on their political adversary. They lied and manufactured evidence before secret FISA courts so they could manufacture a hoax that could have triggered hot conflict with nuclear Russia. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an issue that is so serious it should concern every single American because it has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic, she continued. Following Gabbard's revelations, Trump shared a video on Truth showing a handful of Democrats, including Obama, vowing that no one is above the law. Yeah, we don't need the rest of this. Additionally, Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, Republican from Iowa, will release declassified documents related to 2018 DOJ inspector report. Grassley will specifically declassify the report's appendix, which Fox learned focuses on the Clinton email investigation. Like, don't be one of those doom pill, not even useless, but destructive individuals. What Epstein? If they're going to learn about the emails, if they're going to declassify information regarding the Clinton email investigation, it is my personal belief, substantiated by good analysis of available information, that if Russia was not behind the hack on the DNC, that means the emails were leaked or obtained in another manner. It is my personal belief Seth Rich is the individual who downloaded and transferred the emails, and that he was subsequently murdered in DC as a result of his betrayal. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Who remembers the Podesta email, make an example? I remember there was an email talking about making an example of a leaker. Oh, I'm going to need the aggregate knowledge of the internet for this. Well, let me see if Chat GPT. Did Podesta write something menacing about making an example of a leaker or traitor? Let's try that. Jeez Louise. Yes, you may be speaking of John Podesta email from 2015 published by WikiLeaks. I'm definitely for making an example of a suspected leaker, whether or not we have a real basis for it. Does everybody remember that? Holy crap, it's good to have something of a memory. John Podesta, that freaky deaky pervert with his freaky deaky art, with his handkerchief with a pizza related map on it. These are all from the Podesta emails. Wrote in an email, I'm definitely for making an example of a suspected leaker, whether or not we have any real basis for it. I'm not suggesting that he had anything to do with what I believe was the retribution murder of Seth Rich. I'm explaining to you why I think what I think and why I believe what I believe. So don't be the zealot who says, no, this is going to be more of the same. Nothing's going to happen. This is just like the other. Give it a week or two. Give it a month. And if it turns into the Epstein debacle, well, then we shall turn up the heat. But for now, we'll say Tulsi Gabbard, job well freaking done. It's on Pam Bondi's desk, which now has notorious, what's the word I'm looking for? Underpinnings or suggestions, innuendo. It's on her desk. She'll get around to it. Phase 1. But don't be the zealot that doesn't give credit where credit is due. The Trump administration has done revolutionary, transformative stuff to preserve the democratic republic that is these United States of America. But anyone who is loyal to Trump will be loyal in terms of issuing constructive criticism and righting wrongs and mistakes that needn't have been made, unless there's a damn good reason for it. Because the more they keep talking about certain things, the more everyone is going to keep talking about it.